Hey y'all, we're in Moab, Utah at the Moab KOA, and guess what? We're winging it!
You never know who you're going to be parked next to when you're traveling, and the last couple days we ended up next to these guys. You might know them. This is Todd and Sheila from Switch It Up.
Switch it up.
Hey, everybody.
Y'all, you gotta say y'all.
Hi, y'all.
And this week, well, their journey is how we're winging it.
Oh, fun. This is gonna be good.
Hey, y'all, welcome back. I'm Stacy.
I'm Tom, and we're RV Texas, y'all.
We are native Texans and full-time RVers who are all about exploring the great state of Texas and beyond, one campground at a time. We're on a mission to experience life, not just live it, and we're bringing you along for the fun.
In 2018, we sold our house, our business, and got rid of most everything we owned to hit the road and see America. Our home is a 33-foot RV named Freedom. We installed an extreme solar and lithium setup, so now we can just about live anywhere with our dog Star and our cat Astro.
Every day is a new adventure, so join us as we RV America, y'all. All right, before we get started, let's quickly review the rules of winging it. We set the timer on my phone since we're with friends for 20 minutes. When the timer goes off, we wrap things up. This is completely unedited, unscripted, and you get what you get.
They're in trouble.
20 minutes on the clock. We're winging it.
Winging it.
No, this is gonna be fun. Where's this go?
Well,
you never know.
You never know.
Okay.
So let's start off by telling them, when did y'all go full time? When did y'all start this journey?
Last January, so it hasn't been long. We've been about 20 months on the road.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was a crazy. We didn't ever plan this little life. We had both lost a parent. I lost my mom to breast cancer. She lost her father to kind of a surgery that just didn't go according to plan. And then we were like, everyone says they're going to travel. Everyone, makes a plan, but then they never do it.
Right.
So Sheila's dad was gracious enough to leave us some toys.
He had a fifth wheel camper, not this one.
Right.
Okay.
And we had never RV'd before, ever.
Oh my gosh.
Not even like tent camping.
No.
Wow.
So
Wow.
when Dad passed, we took that his fifth wheel. COVID happened. We just went and hung out at the lake for a while, and we decided, why not give this a shot? So.
And so we bought this big monstrous fifth wheel with a garage.
Because
what is it?
She wants
I
to make
liked
this
my dad's RV. It was great. It would have worked perfect. But we needed to take a motorcycle.
Yes. So we have a Grand Design
There you go.
Momentum 395 MS, and we have a motorcycle, which is an Indian, 2 kayaks, a couple bicycles. I mean, all the stuff in the
You
back.
can take all your toys.
We have all the toys.
It's like Todd's toy garage. That's what it is.
Yeah, it gets to be a butt much.
You notice, like our
A butt
rig,
much. Yeah.
you notice like our rig, it's got a special paint job and stuff. I'd never seen a green and white one. Was this, did y'all have it custom done?
Here's what happened. Good old that COVID thing happened, and everything was running short. We ordered one, and it was supposed to be full body paint. And they said, hey, we're not going to meet the deadline, and since we sold everything, we're going to be kicked out. We needed a place to live.
We were going to be very homeless.
Very
homeless.
They called and said, we have one, but it doesn't have full body paint. I was like, okay, great, we'll take it. And within 1 hour, I had a heat gun ripping all the stickers off, and then we just put a wrap on. So we have the green and the black is just a wrap.
Okay, that's cool. That's a good way to do it.
Just
And
wanted
made it
to-
your own right away.
Yep.
And that's your colors.
Awesome.
I mean,
Yeah,
We just wanted to switch it up.
yeah,
Right?
we switched it up.
There you go.
I love it. I mean,
Yeah, right.
well, how was that born? We talked about it earlier, but how was the name Switch It Up?
It was just us. Look, all of us watch, even we watch all these different RV YouTubers. It's just a thing, right?
Yeah.
Because we enjoy it. Well, I was watching Changing Lanes and, Our Not So Perfect Life and all these different people that were out there. And I was like, well, we need a name if we're going to shoot YouTube videos. And we were just talking about, hey, why don't we just switch it up? And then that became the slogan.
I love it. That's
Yeah,
perfect.
I think
really.
it's an awesome
mean,
name.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
so And I got to tell you, we're switching it up in this video because normally we're sitting down with people.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
But last night, early morning hours, a big rainstorm came through, soaked everything, and we're all getting ready to pull out here in a few minutes. So thank you for taking
Very
the time.
impromptu is what
Yes,
it is.
it is.
They said it's like winging it or something.
Yeah, appropriately named.
Right?
Yes.
So y'all have been on the road about 20 months, you said.
Yeah.
So have you figured out what your travel style is? Like how long you travel in a day, where you're gonna, what type of accommodations?
Now
all of
remember, when we first started, we weren't sure how long we were going to be able to stay out, right?
Right.
So we just wanted to see as much as we could.
Yes, because we're not retired.
Right.
So Sheila
So-
hatched this plan. What was the plan the first 10 months?
The plan is just to
Chaos.
go see as many of the things that we possibly could see, like all the bucket list things, because I thought we were going to have to go back to work, back to Kansas City. That's where we're from. Go Chiefs. And you Texas people.
Right? I know, it's true.
And so we were going to just go see as much as we could. So we went and saw,
We were leaving every 3 days.
yeah.
So, and we were shooting
Wow.
3 videos a week. We were doing a Tuesday, a Thursday, and a Sunday video. So you want to talk about hectic pace. It was 22,000 miles, 38 states
In our first year.
in 10 months.
Yeah.
Wow.
We were moving.
Yeah.
But with the thought that we might not get to keep moving.
Right.
We've slowed down a little bit now. We move about every 5 days.
And it's
Okay.
only because like the YouTube thing, when we started, we didn't really think anyone would really follow. And then it just kind of took off. And now with all of that going on, it's allowed us to stay out on the road and do more stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
That's awesome.
It's a blessing, it really is. I mean, it is kind of work in a way, but when you're doing something you're passionate about, like you guys,
Right.
Right.
it's not necessarily like work. It's more or less you're doing it to have fun and stuff. So
That's cool.
it's good.
And speaking of that, they do something that's very unique. I don't know any other channel that really does it the way they do. They have things called huddles. Tell everybody what
Yeah.
that is, because I'm really fascinated with that.
So we're leaving here to go to our next huddle, actually.
Right. We're headed.
And this is her brainchild.
What we noticed when we were out on the road is that it's kind of lonely. You can feel very isolated when you're used to being home in a work environment and your family's nearby. You can be
It's
lonely.
a dirty secret is what I call it.
Yeah,
Right,
and
It is.
Yeah.
And so we noticed that, hey, why don't we just figure out how to get people together and build a community, help people meet each other, help people find people that they want to travel with to kind of hedge that loneliness. So we started doing what we call huddles. They're basically like little mini rallies where we give back to the community that we're at. We do a lot of activities together. We eat together, and you just leave with new friends so that you can not be as lonely on the road.
That's awesome.
That
And
is awesome.
A huddle usually has anywhere from 100 to
200
people.
Yeah.
Wow.
And all different types of makes and models of RVs, and some people are full-time, some people are part-time.
Some people don't even have a rig yet, and they came out and stayed in a hotel nearby because they just want to be taste of
part
this
of it.
lifestyle.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a great way for them to get a taste, like
Yeah.
you said, to talk to other people who are doing it.
Yeah.
Maybe see some of the different
Yep.
RVs and kind of narrow down what their options might be.
It is. It really
Love
is.
that.
But it is also part. The thing is it's not about us, right? Not
Right,
about.
no.
And you probably, I know you tell your. It's not about you.
Right.
Yeah.
It's honestly we're sharing our lives with them, so
Right.
that you can go live the life that you desire, and you can maybe find some nuggets out of this. So when our huddles are done, the hope is that the relationships are built, and then Todd and Sheila leave, but the relationships are strong enough that you guys go do a camping outing on your own, and that's
Yeah.
happening right now in our
That's
stuff.
awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah. So
That
How
is
many
really
of y'all?
cool.
How many of them have y'all done to this point? Any idea?
We are headed to our 4th one.
Okay.
So we've only done 4 so far, but I guess in 20 months that seems like
That's
it's
a lot.
And then next
Because they're all
year,
over the country
yeah,
too, right?
next
Right.
year
So-
our plan we're going to be up in
We've
Mackinac.
got 5 planned for
Yeah.
next
Wow.
year.
Wow.
Yeah, so Tennessee, Mackinac, Granby, I mean
Granby's awesome.
Georgia.
I know where
Granby
you're
is
doing that.
incredible.
So we're going to be everywhere on doing those. but-
Just help people meet, and we want to help people experience, if they're not full-time, they can come out and experience the area together with people. Just kind of feels a little safer, or a little, like when you're experiencing a hike out through, the canyons or something, you've got another group of people that you're with. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's fun.
That's awesome.
So
That's
how do
really
people
cool.
sign up for your huddles?
Oh, it's just we You can do a couple ways. You can watch our videos, but generally you can just go to the websites, goswitchitup.com, and then there's a little tab up here. It says events, and you click on events, and then it shows all of the different events. Now the huddles that we mentioned in the next year, we only post tickets 6 months in advance, and so to make sure everything is scheduled out. So all the huddles include like catered meals, activities, depending on the huddle and where we're at. So it's just not sitting around. We're actually going out to do stuff.
That is a lot of work.
Oh, that's what I said.
That's a lot of work.
It's really
It's a lot of fun.
But it's worth it. It really
Now-
is.
Yeah, well, thank you for doing that, because I know that means a lot to a lot of people.
Oh, absolutely. So you've got this. How long is your
40.
Grand Design?
It's 43
43.
feet, but with the other crap I throw in the back, it's 45.
Okay. And how's that worked out for you as far as traveling? Do you like the size?
Well, I don't know any different.
Right.
So I've never owned a big truck, never had something like this, and so the first night we left, I almost put the rig in the ditch on the side. I forgot to put the ball hitch in. I forgot to lock it so it almost come off the rig. I forgot to check the propane, and the propane we thought were out, and we froze at 37 degrees at night.
Oh,
And she cried most of the night, like, what did we just do? So
sounds pretty normal.
this was our first 24 hours, and it was chaos, but we don't know any different. And now I had to learn a lot backing in and stuff, but I mean, for us, it works great. It isn't we did a whole series on the RV lifestyle on like, what's the perfect rig for the person, right?
Right.
But what we've learned is that your first rig is not your perfect rig, because
Right.
you only learn. So this is our first rig, and now we're already looking at how we can make changes or what we want to do. And I think you've changed. Didn't you have a
We've
different
changed. We've actually, this is our 5th RV.
Okay.
We started with a 23-foot bumper pull travel
Right.
trailer. Then we had a 28-foot gas Class A motorhome. That
Okay.
was our first motorhome. So then we realized we liked the big windshield up front for viewing as we went down the road, but we wanted to get into a diesel.
Uh-huh.
So we went to a 35-foot diesel motorhome. It was too big for us. That for us, we had trouble getting into some of the places
Okay.
that we
Right.
wanted to go.
Yep.
We were still living in the house at the time, but we had bought that one with full intentions because we had a 5-year plan of going full time.
Okay.
So that was going to be our full-time rig, we
Right.
thought. And
Oh.
so we bought it like 4 years before that so that we could work out the bugs, figure everything out, see
Yeah.
how it was going to work for us. And by the time that time was coming near, we decided it was too big. So then we had a 31-foot Tiffin Breeze,
Oh, wow.
which is a Class A diesel. And we lived in that for the first 2.5 years of our full-time journey.
Okay.
And now we've got the 34-foot, basically, just under 34-foot.
And you
Newmar New
stand
Aire.
out a little bit. You
Uh,
stand
Yeah, just a
we
little.
get emails from people saying, I saw you driving down I-80, you know,
Yeah.
which is great. I love
Yeah,
that because
yep.
for us, one of the things we love most about this lifestyle is getting to meet people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I know you have it too. People see
Oh, yeah, they
Fiona,
see-
their truck is Shrek, their RV is Fiona.
Yes.
But people see you and they know it's you.
Yep.
And so people who might not talk to their neighbors otherwise, because
Right.
maybe they're not really comfortable with that, feel like they know you, so they will come and start a conversation.
absolutely.
And that is one of our favorite things about having the channel.
Yeah.
That's right.
It does open doors up. It does. It breaks down a wall so you can have commonality. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I apologize for the road noise. We are literally, like, the road is right there. So we're
Yes.
doing the best we can. At least the sun came out for us now.
Yeah.
So.
It is good.
That's cool.
So what are your big plans? Do you have things that are still left on your bucket list
Oh.
that you want to get to?
How are we on time?
Oh, we got all kinds of time.
Okay.
We're
Look
good.
at that.
Bucket list? There's what we're learning is that we're going to these different places, and we just left New Aire, Colorado.
You're right.
I know
It
I
is
say it
your
wrong
right.
every single time.
I'm glad you
Why
did,
do they
'cause I
do
didn't.
that? It starts with an O and they say a Y. I hate that. But Ouray, Colorado we were there very long, and now there's all these things that we want to go do.
Right.
And I don't know if there's, like, we've been crossing off, like, the big bucket list stuff in
I
the
think
United
we're
States.
more going around finding other places we want to go back to, and we want to grab our grandchildren and
Yes.
bring them to. So that's what I feel like we're scouting the U.S. for our favorite pieces to then share with our friends and family.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Because in our experience, especially this year, we've seen it a lot. We went to some places that we didn't expect to really find much in, right?
Yeah.
And everywhere you go, even if it's a one-nighter, it's like, oh my gosh, there's stuff to do here.
Yes.
And there's great people everywhere.
Everywhere.
So that's everywhere we go. I just love just meeting the people and finding out about that community. I just love the small towns of America.
Oh,
Now,
100%.
She has drugged me to places that I swear to you I never wanted to go. And that would be like Portland, Oregon. I was like, I don't want to go to Portland, Oregon. I saw the stuff on the news, you know, and by the time I left there, it's one of the videos that we get a lot of flack on because the people that live there was like, that place is horrible. I'm telling you though, there was something different about that. And it is the most graffitied place in America I've ever been in my life. But I don't know. We were actually spent 4th of July there, downtown, watching the fireworks.
Wow.
And I was nervous.
Yeah.
Like I was like, are you sure you want to do this? But we had friends there.
Yeah.
So we went together. And it was a magical experience. So those ideas that we see in the news can really be shattered because all it's doing is dividing us as people. And,
Well, I totally agree.
And that is not what it's meant to be. And I hate to say it, but I enjoyed Portland, Oregon. San Francisco, I'm still on the fence on. I did make it through there though, guys. And but yeah, there's those types of places, not just the ones that are kind of off the beaten path, like your array, but there's the ones that are the tucked away ones, you know, the big cities.
Right.
So,
we love finding those little gems. And speaking of tucked away, I got to tell you, I watched your Twin Falls, Idaho video last night. How in the heck did you find the Evel Knievel launch site?
That's incredible.
I got to tell you, Evel Knievel, she was like, is Evel Knievel a thing? Like
Isn't he just a doll?
Yeah, and back when growing up, so I'm 52, I remember Evel Knievel. I had all the toys. I enjoyed doing all that. I enjoyed listening to some of his talks. So when we were there, honestly, I was just looking in the area and I stumbled upon, oh crap, Evel Knievel this is where he did the jump.
Right,
and I was
the
like,
big
we gotta
jump.
go see this. And she's like,
the Snake
why?
River.
Why do we need to see it? So yeah, I don't know. That was something like a little magical thing for me.
And for the ramp to still be there?
Yeah.
That was crazy.
What
I
are the
couldn't believe
odds
that.
of that? And it not to be fenced off.
Yeah.
You were actually able to walk on it.
Up out there.
See, I love finding those little hidden
Yeah.
things that you would never think about until you got there.
Yeah.
You know, and you do. You're doing research. One of the challenges that we find this year we've been moving about on average once a week.
Yeah.
And still, usually that's too fast to do everything that we want to get done for the channel and everything else, but also to see everything in the area, rain comes, whatever.
Right.
And part of the challenge for us this year has been being able to research the areas before we get there. We just don't have the time when we're moving even this often, which sounds crazy. I mean, a week should be plenty, but it's not somehow.
Because you get tired. Like, I don't think people understand when you're shooting video, running around, a lot of times you're living the life through the lens to share the story with you. And so you're not standing in, I call it the ghost cap moment, which Walter Mitty's one of my favorite movies.
Right.
And he just puts the camera down at the end of the movie and he just takes a picture for him. Sometimes that's what I think, like you're saying, you got to do for us.
Right.
So 5 days sometimes doesn't feel like it's enough time.
Right. And so a lot of times when we get somewhere, we don't do any research about the area until we're there.
Yeah.
And then you see this whole list of things. You're like, why are we only here 3 nights?
Yeah,
You know?
how are we going to be able to do that?
Yeah. So it goes on the
I
list.
have a whole comeback.
Exactly.
I have a whole spreadsheet that is a comeback list, and a lot of times it's just an area. It's like, and I write, okay, we didn't see this waterfall, we didn't do that hike. We'll put that on the comeback list because, you know, if we're able, we'll just keep doing what we're doing and continue to see more and more of the United States. The United States is just so vast, so huge. There's so much to see. Just really, our hope is by sharing our journey that it'll encourage other people to just get out and do the same thing.
We're the same way because life is too short. We're not guaranteed tomorrow.
Yeah. Right.
So we absolutely need to enjoy today.
Yeah.
And that's our biggest thing because, we don't know. And it is beautiful. And every place we go seems to have nuggets.
Oh, my gosh.
Every single place.
So
Absolutely.
what does your family think of what you're doing?
Well, we have a house divided. We have 4 daughters, 4 grown daughters, and 6 grandchildren, and they're very supportive. But yet, sometimes they, wish we were home a little bit more. So,
Right.
trying to work that into next year's plan to go home a little more often, because those grandkids grow very quickly.
Yeah.
Yes, and I saw that, sometimes you guys don't even worry about hauling the rig all the way back.
No,
Right.
we just flew back this last time, yeah.
So that's an option I think that a lot of people don't consider. When they are thinking about extended travel or full-time RVing, that's one of the big things they're always worried about is time with their family, their kids, their grandkids, parents.
Yep.
And a lot of times they don't consider the option of flying back. So they do this little circle
Yep,
kind
trying to
of
stay
within
around
so
home.
many
Right.
miles around home.
Yep.
And we have other friends who do that on a regular basis. So I think that's a great option to find somewhere safe
Yep.
where you can leave the RV, keep
Yep.
it secure, know that it's taken care of, and then fly back
I
and have
think
your time.
the main thing is I know you guys have solar, right?
Yes.
Right.
So I've been telling this. We had the blessing of upgrading our solar to lithium batteries so it can run our Samsung refrigerator, right? And that's
Right.
the biggest thing. If you're going to leave your RV, it has to sit by itself
Right.
and run by itself. So once we did that upgrade, and I highly suggest if you're on the fence and you're looking to do stuff and you're doing your research, switch the batteries out immediately.
I agree.
Put up a couple extra solar panels. And now what happens is Sheila might find like a harvest toast or a boondocker's welcome where it's somebody's yard. And we just ask them, hey, we'd like to fly back to see family. Do you care if we just park it here? Slides in, it'll be by itself, it'll be fine. And then we get onto an airplane, fly home. And then I have security cameras on our rig. So the batteries run the cameras.
Yep.
I can monitor it all and make sure everything's good. And then we fly back and our food wasn't spoiled and it's been good. Is that our
That's
timer?
perfect. That's our timer. Look at that.
Oh my goodness.
So,
So there's your RV tip.
there you go.
That's a great. I didn't even know that one. That's a great
That
tip.
was our major concern, to be able to go back to see family.
Well, with fuel prices the way they are, it's actually cheaper to fly.
Right.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
Right.
if you want to go back and see, that just was a way for us to get to see those babies.
Then there you go. You got it. In this life, it's all about problem solving, right? It's all
Absolutely.
about figuring out what you want to do, how you want to do it, and then making it work.
Yep.
And there's a million different ways to do that. So we always tell people, don't be afraid to give it a shot, you
Yeah.
know, and see
And
what
don't be
works for
afraid to
you.
make mistakes, because you're going
Oh.
to make mistakes. Things are going to happen in this lifestyle. That's part of the lifestyle.
I'm still trying to figure out where the barber went for you. I know
Yeah.
I'm growing my hair out. I'm growing my hair out, but I'm just saying, when did Tom say,
And
you
you
know
know-
what? I'm going to grow me some.
You're right.
We get more comments
Oh, yeah,
about his
the
hair.
beard, the hair.
When are you gonna cut it?
I don't know.
That's what I get. I was like, I don't know when I'm cutting it. I'm 52. I've been growing it this whole year. I don't know.
You still
Yeah.
have your hair.
I still have it. I'm proud.
I'm 59 and I haven't cut it in what,
It's been a while.
a year and a half?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
I
know?
don't know. I want to grow up and be just like you then.
So real quick before we wrap up, tell everybody how they can connect with you.
It's not hard.
I think our GoSwitchItUp.com website is the best way, or to check us out on YouTube.
Just switch it up.
Switch it up.
Well, now the problem with
It's
it,
green.
yeah, it's a big green S, and you may see Pooh Shiesty. We didn't know who Pooh Shiesty was when we made Switch It Up, but apparently a rap star decided to make a song called Switch It Up,
That's not us.
and it's not
That's
us.
not us.
You might have to go past Pooh Shiesty to get to Switch It Up, but we'll be worth it. I
That's
promise.
awesome.
And you're also on Instagram
Yeah.
and Facebook.
And Facebook, yes.
And we'll put all their links in the description also,
For
so
sure.
you'll be able to find them easily. Guys, thanks
Thank
so
you.
much.
Oh, it's been
Thank
fun.
you.
Yes.
I mean, everybody's packing up. We've all kind of had a hectic time here, you
And
know,
we're
trying
going,
to squeeze
they're
things
going to
in.
where we came from, and we're heading the opposite.
That's
way.
true.
Exactly,
That's true.
exactly. So I'm glad we could make this work.
Yeah.
We really appreciate it.
Yeah, it's
Safe
fun.
travels.
Thank you. You too.
One of these times we're going to have to make it to one of your huddles.
That'd be
That sounds like
fantastic.
it's
that
gonna
would
be
be fun.
Love to
That'd
have
be
you.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how do you normally end the videos then?
Well,
Well-
we just say, we hope you've enjoyed this video. Make sure you check them out and give them a follow and a like and enjoy their travels as well. See y'all next week. If you're new to our channel, make sure you join us. Don't just join
Like,
them,
comment,
but
subscribe.
Yeah, right?
keep on winging it, and we'll see you next week.
You should just end with like, yippee-ki-yay, y'all.
There you go. Oh, and our hike that was supposed to be this week will be next week. We wanted to squeeze these guys
We
in.
had to squeeze these
that's
guys
fun.
in.
Thank
for
you.
So
sure.
make sure you come back and check that out. Until next time, y'all, safe travels.
And happy camping.
Bye.
Bye.